What's up guys, it's 1UX1 and today's question is, how do you write a UX research question? So this was asked by one of you. If you have any more questions, drop them down in the comments so I can make more videos on what you want to learn. So a UX research question is based on an assumption or some feedback in the data that you got, i.e. Google Analytics or a developer on your team will tell you what the stats are on the website. So you start the question from a problem. So the question is, what do users want? What do they need? What are they expecting? And that's where you start your question, which becomes the basis of your user research and eventually the UX design or the improvement of the design, the iteration, the ideation, the prototype, and the finished product. So the question becomes, what is it that users are trying to solve? Or what is the pain point, the friction in the service or the user experience as a whole? So what you do is, for example, let's say you have somebody who's using a software and the software allows you to upload files and they find it really tedious, it's lengthy, it takes too long to upload the file, it doesn't accept all file types. That's a pain point, and the question is, how do we improve that upload facility, that upload user journey? And that's your question. That question becomes the basis of the research and improving that upload option for the user. So you want to start asking more questions from that one question. So the question is how to improve the upload option, and then you say, well, okay, what file types do you need to upload? Word, PDF, PNGs, whatever it might be. You ask the users that. Another question might be, where would you like to see the upload button? Do you want one on the home page and also on the upload page? What color would you expect the button to be? That's another question. What do you think of the layout of the page? How often do you upload? Do you want multiple file upload? Do you want to have a drag and drop facility? So all these questions came from that one original question. And that's how we discover more questions, more problems. That's how we idea and find solutions. And that's how user experience design works. So we look at questions, which are assumptions, or a hypothesis where we are hypothesizing, we're assuming things, and we are wanting to validate whether what we think is the problem is actually the problem. And if the users have told us something, we already have an assumption from them. Or if the users have told us something, then we validate that question that they have by testing. So we start to plan an interview script or a survey or any focus group or any method that we want to use in UX research to start to discover more details, qualitative and quantitative, about that question, about that problem. So the qualitative data, remember, will give you the feelings, the thoughts, how they actually feel about it, and what they want done that will make that user experience good for them, make them feel like it's usable, is useful and delightful. And the quantitative data will give you the numbers. It will give you the time that it takes them to complete that upload, the number of times that they do it in a day or a month or a week. And all the stats on the numbers are really helpful. But the qualitative is the rich data, which gives you all that empathy mapping. So what they're thinking, what they're feeling, how they behave, how they act and behave on that page or that user journey. So all of that information is part of the questioning in the interviews with the users. And from there, we expand it even further into, like, we say, well, why? So let's say user says, I'd like to have multiple file uploads on one button. So I click upload and I want to drag in lots of files. And you'd say, why would you want to do that? And say, well, because on a regular basis, an average number of files that we upload in one go is normally 3 to 4. So there you've got your justification for what you're building. You can explain that to your team. Once they are using that and uploading what they want to upload, you ask more questions. Say, well, okay, you want to upload 3 or 4 files. Would it be better if you had an option to upload up to 20 files or 10? And that's another question you have. So you dig in deeper to get more insights to constantly improve the design. Guys, if you have any questions, anything you want me to make a video on or answer, drop the questions in the comments below. Subscribe and like and download our free guides. Now, in terms of the questions, once you've captured that insight into what the users are wanting. You want to relay that back to stakeholders, explain to them, this is what users say. Do you have any thoughts? Because it's always about teamwork and adding more value by learning more from your colleagues. So your colleague might improve your questions, improve your assumptions, give you more feedback, more ideas. So always work with the team on a regular basis. You can quickly do that by booking in a Teams meeting, a 50-minute quick chat. Message your colleague on Teams or Slack or whatever app you're using. Say, have you got a few free minutes so we can have a chat? And you show them your questions and say, right, what are your thoughts on this? So they can help you to improve the questions, the user research, and i.e. ultimately the design and ideation. So always share knowledge, learn from others, work together, and that's how you build great products. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. This is 1UX1. Take care. Thank you.